Hey family, it's Sandra, Queen. Bring, I got a crochet needle in my hand this time. I just wanted to show you all, those of you that are interested in crocheting, how to crochet baby booties or doggy boots. I mean, it goes both ways, right? Okay, well, here's one that I did. I don't know if you can see it. My light is bright, but it's like a little slipper. I don't know if I bring it in or out. It has a mind of its own, but it's like a little slipper. If you can see it, it's a little light. This one is a more fancier boot. See it with the satin bow, but you can also use yarn and just run it through any color you like. I like psychedelic shack type stuff, but I made a bow with it. That the satin makes it more fancier. I have like ribbon, and it makes it way more fancier. Then I have the footy. Okay, and like I said, people put these on their pets. They put them on their babies, put them on kids, put them on their dolls. I'm gonna keep it real. And then there's a more bigger one. This one is really nice. I don't know if you all remember. We used to have a store here called Hansel and Gretel, and it was for babies who had like fat feet. Every child's not gonna be the same size, and there's nothing wrong with it. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. Just healthy. That's all. And so, you know, that's the bigger booty. Okay. So what you're going to need is yarn, of course. Okay, any kind will do. It doesn't matter. As long as it's not real, real thick. If it's real thick, you're gonna have a harder time. If it's real thick, you're gonna need a larger needle, actually. You can get the needle I have here is I. This one is I. Okay. But you can use any size that you want, long as it's not really, really large. But I think these two are the same. They're about the same, okay? And so you just get started. And for those of you that may want to sew it, you might want to sew your ends together. That's cool too. So what you want to do first of all is just crochet a chain. I'm going to show you how to do that. You take the yarn, you make a loop or your slip knot like that. Okay? You make a slip knot. And then you take your needle and you put it inside. I hold it like this. Some people do it differently, but I hold it like this, and then I just wrap it around, pull it through, wrap it around, pull it through. Okay, so for 101, these are just like the basics. You just make a chain, okay? And your chain can be anywhere from 14 to, if you want a medium size, if you want larger, like the bigger baby boot that I showed you. I think I used like 21 on this one or close to it. I think I did. Yep, but it depends on what size that you're trying to make. So you make this chain, right? You make the chain, and then once you get that number that you want, like 14, 16, 18, you can make it as big as you want because you can also make adult slippers as well, not just for children. Okay. And so you keep going and you keep going with your chain. And then what you do is once you get to the end, you wrap it around and you go into not the same one, not the same one that's on the hook. You go into that next one. You go in, you loop out, and you double crochet. It's easier to double crochet than it is to do single. Single, it's going to take a while if you do single. But if you're more comfortable with single, go for single. Okay. And what you want to do is keep going and keep going and keep going until you make 4 or 5 rows. Okay. This is about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or 6 rows is fine. Okay. So what you want to do is have what I call finished ends, because if you don't have finished ends, when you go to put the cloths together, the two crocheted ends together, the two corners together, it's going to have an unfinished look. You're going to be searching for a stitch to go into to make it look neat and clean. You don't want that. We don't want to do that. So on one end, I already made it a single chain stitch. Now on the other end, this end is not done. See how that look? Okay. If you look at this one, it's done. I don't know if you can see it, but and then on this one it's not. So what I'm going to do is take the yarn and I'm going to make an end for it, a crocheted end for it with a single stitch. Okay? So this is what you do. And you might want to use a smaller I'm sorry, I have allergies. A smaller needle for it. If you find it hard to get it through here, you might want to use a smaller needle for it, okay? And then you just crochet it through and make a single stitch all the way down. You just grab some yarn in there, pull it through, and make a single stitch. And you go all the way down. If you got a gap, grab a little bit from the inside and just single crochet all the way through, okay? You just single crochet. See what I'm doing? I'm single crocheting. I'm going in, grab some yarn, come back out, and then I single crochet. Okay? And then you just do that all the way down to the end. Look at my other videos if you're interested in learning how to do at least a single crochet so that you can make a chain stitch. Okay, we're making a baby booty today. So a slipper for the baby's feet or a sock, whatever you want to call it. Everybody calls it something different. That's fine. Okay, so when you get to the end, what you want to do is take your scissors. You want to take your scissors, cut it, pull it through. See how it is? Pull that through. And then you could just like go inside of the stitch and just tuck it. Okay? Just go inside the stitch and just bring it in for a minute. Now, you have this square, right? You have a square. So what you want to do is pull it in on both ends. Make sure each end touch like this. You got it like this as a square and you pull it in like that. Okay? So then what you do is you can choose to sew this because you have a sewing needle for that. You just run the thread through and you sew it, or you can crochet it through. Okay? So what I'm going to do is just go on and I think this time I'm going to sew it because I crocheted it last time. I'll go on and sew it. So what you do is you put the yarn through the crochet needle like this. And you pull it through. This yarn might be too thick for it. I think it is. I'm going to have to. Yeah, watch how thick your yarn is because this seems a little too thick for this needle. I'm going to try to do this, but I'm not promising here. Oh, voila. Okay, so you double up the yarn and pull it through. See, it's still pulling it. Nah, that's not looking right. Nope. So I'm going to crochet it. It's not fitting through there. So we're not going to worry about it. Once again, make your slip knot like this. Okay, we tried. We didn't make it. So you go another route when it doesn't work out. Okay. And then you start at the bottom of it and you single crochet. Look. You pull it through, single crochet. Grab up both ends on both sides. Pull it through. So it's almost like sewing. It's a form of sewing, but it's crochet. If you have to, pull them separately. Go through it. Pull it through. Go through it. And pull it through. Single crochet. That's all you're doing. Okay. And then when you get to the top of it, you pull those two together. And you single crochet. You make one more stitch, and then you cut it. And there you have it. That's one. It's almost like making a wallet. So one end is done. Then you want to do the other end. Okay, I have to crochet it because my needle, I don't know. Let me see if I can sew it this time. Maybe this will be a little different. We'll see. Oh, yeah. It was different. Maybe it was just too frayed on the end. But see, this time I'm going to use the needle. See the needle? And you don't really need that much. Just a little bit. Leave a little bit on the end. And then you start from the bottom, I would say, and go to the top. If you want to work it from the top to the bottom, that's cool too. There's no set way to do this. And then you just pull it through. See, you grab the two ends and pull it through. Grab the two ends, pull it through. If you need more, just pull it like this and it'll pull through. See that? It'll pull right through, no problem. Make sure you have enough. Grab one end, grab the other end, and you pull it through. I'll also be doing a short on some of the projects that I've been working on and actually have finished. Okay, and then you get to the top, pull it through. You want to loop-de-loop through again and pull it through. See? And tighten it. Do it again. This has a lot of like dust, dander from the wool. Ooh, got me going. Okay, and you just cut those ends. Cut the ends. Just cut it. to keep it from going unraveling, what you want to do is just find a space and pull it back through so it won't unravel. See? You just pull it through and tighten it. There you go. All right, so you want to cut any loose yarn that's hanging or whatever. Too much hanging, all these little tails. I call it tails. Don't cut them too short, but short enough, all right? Don't cut them too short, but short enough. This one you could just wrap and tie into a knot. I got these jewels on my nails. It's a little harder to do. I'm not used to doing this with nails on. Okay. So then what you want to do is turn it inside out. And that makes like a little wallet, like a little boat. Anything that looks unusual, you just pull it back through on the other side. See how that fray is sticking up? I can just pull that back through on the other side. No big deal. Don't sweat it. Okay, and so this is what your shoe is looking like now. Okay, it's got a little boat appearance. Any yarn that's sticking out, just pull it back through. See how I did that? It was sticking out and I pulled it back through. Now this is the back of the shoe. You can determine which is the back and which is the front. So then what you do from there is you take your needle, you take your yarn, you thread your needle again. Okay, if it's fraying, just grab it and double it up like that. Make a loop and stick it through there, okay? Just like this. And try to pinch it. I got these nails on, so it's kind of working out to pinch it and pull it through. That works for a girl. Yay! Now, you don't need a whole lot. You'll need probably, I want to say about 5 inches. That's enough right here. Okay, you want to pull it where it's a little shorter on one end. Not too short where it pulls back through, but it's a little short. All right, so what you want to do is loop it through. We determined that this is the back because of the way it looked. This is the back. It's got like a double edge going up. So this is going to be our front right here. So we're going to loop this through. Pull it like right here, I think. Halfway the shoe, okay? And just like weave it in and out of the stitch. See how I'm weaving that in and out of the stitch? Weave it in and out of the stitch like you're sewing, but you're not. You're not. You're about to pull this string and make it come together. Okay, weave it in and out, weave it in and out. You just weave it in and out, right on the edge. Okay. Weave it in and out till it's even with the other one on the opposite side. See how this is right here on this side? You want this one to be even with it or close to even. It may not be perfect. One thing about this is not going to be perfect, okay? So don't pressure yourself about it looking perfect. It's okay. You know, you're learning, so you're going to make mistakes. Learn from your mistakes. So what you do is from there, you draw the string, pull it tight, pull it together. Pull it together. I don't think I need this bright light on. I'm going to be honest. Okay. Yeah, that's better. Now you pull it tight like that and you tie it. Now you can leave it tied and leave it just like this and make a shoe if that's what you desire, okay? It's not bothering anything. Okay? So this is the end result. And you have made a shoe. See? It's a shoe. It's a little shoe. Like I said, you could practice like if your child has dolls or if you actually have a real baby at home. And this is how you get started. Now that's a regular shoe. Now if you wanted to make it into a sock, what you would do is take your crochet needle, go through the edge, and just crochet around and around and around until you make like a little funnel. See how this is? See how this top part is? This started out like this. Okay, there was none of that. But what I did was I took the crochet needle, went into it, and added the yarn and triple crocheted around and around and around. Just keep going around in a circle, and then you'll have this top layer part for it, okay? If you don't want to, that's fine. You don't have to. But I'm going to show you what it looks like as you do it going around. Okay, so this is what you do. Okay. Okay, you got the shoe, you've got the yarn. What you want to do is just hook the inside because you made an edge. You hook the inside of it and you put that in, you pull it through. Okay. So now look, this is what I have. I have pulled it through. And then I just double crochet and go around. Okay, and then you're going to see the difference. You'll see that it's starting to form like a little tunnel, which is really the tube of the sock. Okay, so I'm double crocheting now. You wrap it around, you go around that top. That's why I said make a really nice edge for the single crochet edge. That way you can just go on in and make that tubing for the sock part that goes up the leg. Okay, or you could just keep it as it is and leave it as a shoe. All right, so this is what I'm doing. See what I'm doing? I'm crocheting it in only at that top part. Only at that top part. See how it's starting to change? It's going up. It's going to go higher and higher as I go. Okay. And you just keep going. Just go around and around. And when you get done, it'll be at the top. Okay. I'm going to speed this along just a little bit. Or you can make it where it just come up a little past the top of their heel as well. That's not a problem either. It's still beautiful. And it's a creation that you have made. There's nothing wrong with it. Okay. Yes, these booties really take time, and I'm kind of like not into it as much, but I just decided I needed to learn it. Okay, so what you're going to do is that open piece there, you're going to bring that together. Okay, you're going to get to a point where you're going to get to the crosswise where it opened at. See this part right here where it opened at? You're going to go right across that and close it, unless you want to go back around the other way and keep going back and forth until it's an open boot like this. It's an actual open boot. See that? See the difference? There's an open boot to it. See? But if you don't want that cuff on the boot, then just bring it together. That's all you have to do. Is just bring it together and keep going. Okay? It's no big deal. Just bring it together and keep going. This is so much fun. I've been on vacation, so I had a week off. The babies had a week off. I had a week off at school, at the schools and everything like that. So, um, I've been home. I didn't go out anywhere. I didn't even go to the gym except for possibly one day out that week. And the rest of the week I stayed in and did like floor exercises. I wasn't literally on the floor, but I'm not getting down there. But you know how you just do like workout exercises. I do them standing up. I am not laying down on the floor. That's just a little bit too much for me. I'm not into it like that. At this point, I'm starting to be really muscular, so I can kind of ease up a little bit and just maintain my muscles and muscle mass without being too muscular. But yeah, so I've been home like to working on these crafts. You got to learn how to do these things. You get tired of making blankets. You want to move up to other things, and I've actually crocheted a lot of stuff. So see, now it's starting to turn into an actual boot. See what I'm talking about? You just keep going around and you connect the two in the front to make the boot. All right, I want to show you one of my creations. I already did, didn't I? Um, oh, okay, so this is the latest one I made. It's a jacket. And like I say, it's for a child, or it could be for a pet. People use it for their pet or for their dolls. Okay, so this is the hoodie, and this is the jacket. That's the jacket to it. And I'm going to make a short video of it as well. All right, so after a while, you start learning how to do other things, and you get away from doing blankets as much. Sandra Queen, I love you. You take care, and thank you for watching. Bye-bye.